If you are missing a loved one for whatever reason, today is your day, and we're glad that you're here.
We are very glad you
Yeah.
are here. We also are offering you down below in a link the 5 ways to reduce your stress in a week or so. Give yourself this gift. Take the time to really just try some things out for you. Again, the link is below. Tara and Roxanne here to help you calm your mind so you can enjoy your life.
Yes.
So missing a loved one.
Yeah. So right now we are in the holiday season, but really this it spans the test of time.
It does.
Right? I mean, we end up feeling triggered and loved ones' memories pops up and our sadness reignites itself during, birthdays, anniversaries of birth and death, if that's the case. A certain environment, visiting home maybe for years. So all sorts of different things.
Yes.
And we don't miss people all for the same reasons. So some of our loved ones have passed away. I think everybody has experienced that on the planet, loss. There are other situations, like maybe friends or family or loved ones, people that you have a history with. Maybe there's discord in your relationship, and maybe it's toxic to be around them. And so you need to make that choice, but that doesn't mean that you don't miss them.
Right.
It doesn't make it any easier.
No.
That they're
probably
gone.
harder in some ways.
Right. Yeah, you're right. That would be a whole thing in and of itself. So we're going to give you some tools to transform that. And so it doesn't have to be automatic sad, 5 or 6 times a year. It can be more of a celebration, which is what I guarantee your loved one would want for you. Yeah. I did tell my kids that when I die, if they sit around and get sad, I'm haunting them.
Yes. Yeah. I said I want a big party.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I want.
So yeah, the thought of my family being sad forever because I'm gone instead of celebrating when I was here would just break my heart. And I'm sure that my loved ones who are gone feel the same way. And so I tried to honor that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So here we go. There are a lot of different ways to do this. So if it is a child or a family member, I guess really any loved one this would apply to, because you still have a bond with them. You have a history with them. And so if maybe it's a holiday season and everybody's back together and you're wishing they were there, instead of remembering or being sad or angry sometimes, let's be honest, about the fact that they aren't there. They missed this was great, look at the kids growing up, they're missing all of this. Stop and remember, close your eyes, take a big deep breath, and picture a memory you had with them when they made you laugh, or you guys did something ridiculous together, or maybe got in trouble together.
Right, there is that.
Right? Or just something, especially if it's a child, because you have memories all the way back when they were 4 or 2, trying to be potty trained, and they have something ridiculous. Pull out that photo album. And instead of being sad that you can't relive that, just appreciate the heck out of the fact that you had it.
That you had it with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Whoops. So if it's someone who's passed, pick a minimum of 3 memories that are good ones, that are funny, and share those with each other. Share them, like if you're in a holiday setting, or if you're with other people who shared that bond with your loved one, say it was a parent and you're with a sibling, that kind of thing. Make sure, just go the ridiculousness of it. Like, I cannot believe that he did that, or she said that, or do you know what she would have done right now? We would all be dying on the floor of embarrassment if Mom was here right now, or whatever the case
so
may be.
True.
You're right.
So true.
So those are things, instead of, we tend to focus on the negative parts, the last interactions we had with people when they were at their sickest, or at their angriest, or at their just not having a good time in their lives. We all have good and bad times in our lives. And if that's what we just attribute and only think about that person, we're really not honoring them or their life very well. And
you're not really allowing healing, because grief has stages, and healing is moving it through that. And really huge would be the stage of laughter and joy and thinking of that person with happier
and
thoughts.
gratitude
and
for having had them for whatever time that you
Absolutely.
What a gift. I just know that it inadvertently, because I know I've done it, is you end up diminishing all that they brought to
Right.
you by just thinking about your pain at the end of your experience with them, you know, which is not fair, right?
It's not, and like you said, it's not what they would want.
No.
You can bet your money on
No,
that.
it's not. So, another good way, one, grab the memories. Now, this takes intention. Your mind will grab hold of whatever you tell it to do. Whatever you tell it to focus is where it's going to grow, which is why we can repeat the same story over and over and find more justification in it and get that same sad feeling. If you take yourself away from you're maybe years removed from a situation or an event, you take yourself back into that space. If you really focus on it and talk about it a lot, you can feel that pain as if it happened 5 minutes ago.
Take yourself right there.
Your mind and your body viscerally is so compliant. It wants to give you what you want.
Right.
And if you want to be miserable and sad, it will accommodate.
So, shift it.
Right. But it takes a little doing. So, you have to make the choice to remember it. How did you feel when the other memories happened? Take yourself to that spot, because your mind will also be super compliant, and it will become easier and easier the more that you do it. So another good way is if you're feeling guilt about somebody, maybe somebody's not in your life and it is from your doing, and you feel guilt about that, maybe you're a different person. We all grow and evolve and we make mistakes. And sometimes people don't forgive us.
Right.
Or they forgive us, but they don't want to be around us anymore, and that is their choice. That doesn't mean we have to be punished for that forever. So, again, take a beat, right? Take a big deep breath, close your eyes, picture them, and tell them, I'm so sorry. Here's what I'm sorry for. I own that. I love you. And don't add in a bunch of reasons or excuses, any of that. Just heartfelt. You feel it, you're talking to them. You start to tear up, it's normal. Your eyes are closed, sitting alone in a room, you start to tear up a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah. And you express how much you love them and that you hope they're well. You're not asking anything from them. You're just explaining that you're sorry.
And if you were more comfortable, could you do a letter? Could you write something?
Yes, so that would be, an additional step. For sure.
Got it.
So, but then with this one, you don't wait for their response. You don't even imagine what they would say. In fact, their mouth isn't there. In this thing, they're not allowed to speak. And then you walk away after wishing them all the love and well and walk away. You've done what you can do.
Right.
Now you can begin to be at peace with yourself and move forward and just make different choices. That's all. So otherwise, if you need them to, but the letter is a great one.
Sure.
Yeah. And that can be really helpful when someone's passed. I guess also if they're not in your life some way.
Sure.
Yeah, and share that memory with them. Or were you thinking of a different kind of letter?
No, I was thinking of that as a therapeutic step too. Yeah.
Like a cathartic letter?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if somebody's done you wrong and you're having a hard time getting rid of it, maybe you could write all that down.
You
Right?
can be as specific or as detailed as you need, or not.
Yes.
Whatever comes from your heart and you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you're just missing them because grandma you make something at Christmas and now she's not there, or a birthday or the 4th of July celebration, she made the cool Jell-O mold,
Yeah.
right? Make that Jell-O mold. It won't be as good. But do it anyway.
That's right.
And then maybe write her a letter and say, I was thinking about you today and I remember that time you did this and then I made this huge mistake and you didn't tell mom and dad, and anyway, I wanted to share that with you and I would have called, but you don't have a cell service where you're at. So
no, it's tough.
So I'm writing you a letter and I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for making me smile yet again for the same thing. And I love you. Right? And that can be as simple.
As simple and as beautiful as
that. Or you can definitely go deeper if you have the time and inclination and you're ready. That what she suggested with really get it out. What's on your heart.
It helps you process it and let go of some stuff.
Absolutely.
You don't send the letter, it's just for you,
right.
but it's your way to release some of the
1,000%.
negativity.
1,000%. And then go back and read it.
Right.
Right.
You'll see that you've moved past it probably, given a little time.
It won't trigger as many emotions. So there's lots of different ways and tools, but torturing ourselves every year or a particular day on the calendar is ruined for the rest of your life because of something is unacceptable. Because if all these days, eventually you have very few days you're allowing yourself to enjoy yourself. Absolutely. And then you're probably not even allowing those at that point. I mean, honestly, so.
Right.
So we don't want that for you.
No.
We want you to enjoy every part, celebrate. There's no great laughter without a tear. Like everything's, there's polar opposites to everything. We get to choose what we look at, what we focus on, and what we celebrate. Let's start celebrating the life and not
Yeah,
just mourning the
absolutely.
death.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love this.
Yeah.
This is
All
good.
right. So let us know how that goes for you. And if you tell me your favorite way to deal with it, I'll tell you mine. Show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Exactly. Exactly. And don't forget the download down there.
Yeah.
That's our gift
5
to you.
ways to reduce your stress. They're different. They're very varied ways. So you'll find 1 or 2, or maybe all 5 that you will work
Could
for
be.
you. But
Exactly.
it's free,
Yeah.
right? Why not
Our
check it
gift
out? It's
to
free.
you, man.
Yes.
And again, Tara and Roxanne here to help you calm your mind so you can enjoy your life.
Thank you.
Thanks for
See you
being here.
later.